Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and I just wanted to update everybody. This is Friday's chart. You'll see this Saturday sometime if you watch this video. This is not critical for everybody, but I just thought for those of you that are interested, we've been talking about this closing time and debating whether we wanted to go with the 3 p.m. or the 3:15. Originally, all along, my plan was to use the 3 o'clock because that's when the, and I want to clarify this because a lot of people are confused. I'm talking about the pit time of the INX, the real S&P 500. It closes at 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And so that's what we're actually searching for originally. So that's the reason that we came up with the 3. In the past, I think we'd been using the 3:15 because that was the way that tool was designed. But I'd always been searching for the 3 o'clock. There's not much difference, as you can see. There's maybe a point or two difference here. Yesterday it was about the same thing. I think it was right in this price level across here. But yesterday you could see pretty much what you see today. You see prices reacting off both of these levels. So as of today, they both look rather important. And I've talked to Bjorn, who wrote this indicator for us, and he's going to add, at some point, he's going to update this and add both options, and we can turn them both on or off so we can watch them for a while, figure out which one we want, and go with it. For now, I'm just putting it on there manually. This is the 3 o'clock, the thicker one, and the little bit lighter one I put on there manually is the 3:15 from yesterday, as you can see the line right there. So we will watch these both, and when they updated, it may be a few days or a week before. I told Bjorn, there's no rush on adding this. I can add it manually, and I'm going to watch it for a while before I decide on what we really want to do. And obviously each of you can make your own decisions as well if you want to play around with it. But at some point I'll decide what I want to do. I may want to keep them both on there. So a few days or even a week is probably not enough, especially when prices have just been kind of range bound and sideways the last few days. So once we start trending, it may look totally different. So we'll just have to watch it and see. And if we get a big gap on the chart, it may react totally different. So we'll just have to watch it and see at this point. But for now, I'm just going to keep them both on there, and I'll keep you updated. So also, you can see today was a range day. I kind of moved this up as the day went along, but it looks like we ended up having a failed break lower. The upper side was rather consistent. The lower side was not real consistent. But I got a lot of emails today from people, asking why second entries and failed second entries and stuff were failing on them in the middle. And I say this over and over and over. So make sure you hear this on a range day like this when it's pretty tight and prices are in the middle like this. Don't take second entries. Don't take failed second entries because you'll just get chopped up. You want to try to enter long off the lows or failed breakouts, and you want to enter short off the highs. And if you just do that, you'll probably be okay. And of course, some of you are trying to take this lower high right here. A couple of you got chopped up right here. One of the issues is on this one. I mean, that's the thing when you're making these highs. Sometimes they'll run the stops, and that's all it is a stop run. They know people are trying to get short up here, and they ran the stops, and then the bottom falls out of it. And so you just have to be careful. But right here, you can clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars stacked up. And most of you entered on that 6th bar when it broke higher and turned down. Well, that's congestion. And what happened? Congestion is like a trading range. Prices will break out each side and fail a lot of times. So you broke out the top, failed, broke out the bottom, failed, broke out the top again, failed, and then it went lower. So just don't enter in that stuff, and you'll save yourself a lot of losses. So I've told you both of these things 100 times. I know some of you are new and you may not have heard it so much, But don't enter in the middle of a range on just forget about second entries and failures in the middle of a range, because you'll just get chopped to pieces. And when you're entering up here, be careful. Anytime you see congestion, there's some congestion. Now here you had enough room to get out before it got back to the low, and it takes on off. But right here, you're actually going short right into the low, or either right in. It actually never broke below that bar, so you wouldn't have got triggered if you waited. So when it broke higher and turned down, you're going short right into the lows of the day. Or no, I'm sorry, not the lows of the day, the lows of that range. And you're just asking for trouble. Here's another one. It broke out. It came back right into the lows and bounced. So, and it just did the same thing right here. This is a little bit of a repeat pattern. So stay out of that congestion and stay out of the middle of a range. All congestion is a micro range, and it works just like the bigger range. You want to try to get long off the lows or short off the highs, but here you don't have enough room, so just stay out of them. So I hope that's helpful. It's just a short and quick video to give you something to look at on Saturday. Again, this is Friday's chart. Let me back out a little bit, and you can see the entire day we were just sideways. We did have a little bit of a trend down here, but I'd still be playing this as a range. Don't be entering in here. You might have looked to buy the breakout down here, maybe ride it back up. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Hope you're having a great weekend. We'll be back Monday. I'm done for today. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.